Look at this scene, a high-end clinic generating massive demand, yet struggling to process it. High-volume local businesses rarely stall out because they lack customers. They stall out from the friction of unmanaged volume. This friction is intensely physical. Staff juggle overlapping calls. Inboxes pile up with unread messages. Meanwhile, paying customers wait in crowded lobbies, forced to compete for a distracted staff's attention. Fragmented support frustrates customers while suppressing the conversion of inbound interest into finalized sales. Every time a call goes to voicemail or a new lead waits hours for a reply, revenue leaks out of the business. The standard response to this volume is to hire more people, but adding a $60,000 to $80,000 salary only scales payroll linearly. It leaves the staff exhausted while the root capacity limit remains entirely unsolved. Behind every consistently high-performing operation is an invisible, engineered framework. Raw human effort cannot outpace structural failure. This compounding loss of momentum is called operational leakage. It is the silent killer of profit margins in high-traffic environments like med spas, dental practices, and dealerships. When microtasks, like a missed follow-up text or an uncollected review, go unfinished, they accumulate. Day by day, this creates a measurable, widening gap between the leads a business generates and the actual revenue it collects. As a direct result, the business spends more to acquire each new patient or buyer. Operational leakage actively diminishes the return on every dollar invested in marketing. We can see this dynamic in this side-by-side comparison. On the left, a traditional funnel, where incoming inquiries slip through the gaps of human oversight. On the right, an engineered closed-loop pipeline, where every single data point is captured and routed to a specific destination. Reclaiming those lost margins requires abandoning the chaotic, manual handling of customer interactions. The entire communication structure must be rebuilt as a predictable routing system. Predictable, structured growth requires a bespoke architecture, operating invisibly in the background, actively managing the influx of data. Moving from the physical front desk into the digital realm, we find the system responsible for routing. This schematic outlines a multi-layered communication network engineered to intercept raw data before it hits a human employee. Phase 1 of building this network requires a rigorous audit. An agency maps every single point of customer interaction to isolate the bottlenecks. From a missed call to a web form, they isolate the exact junctures where revenue drops off. With the bottlenecks identified, Phase 2 activates, intelligent ingestion. The engineered system deploys as the absolute first line of defense, intercepting the raw, unstructured communication flowing into the business. A trigger mechanism instantly captures the incoming message, tags its origin, and categorizes the data so the system knows exactly what it is dealing with. This flowchart illustrates the initial sorting logic. As a single inbound stream hits the primary gate, the system differentiates the format in milliseconds, routing text-based inputs down one path and audio files down another. Following the audio path, voice recordings are intercepted and converted through a transcription model. The output emerges as standardized text, merging flawlessly back into a unified central stream. By establishing this perimeter ingestion layer, every inquiry is formatted and locked. No data point falls through the cracks. Standardizing chaotic inputs into a clean data stream is the critical prerequisite for any automated architecture to function. Once the data is standardized, it flows into the central logic processing unit. This is the core node where an AI agent analyzes the exact intent behind the customer's message. To understand the user's intent accurately, the system relies on a rolling contextual memory buffer. Here is how that buffer operates. The architecture retrieves the historical timeline of prior interactions, bundles them with the new incoming data block, and feeds the entire sequence into a single processing frame. The practical impact is seamless continuity. Because the system retains the history of previous touchpoints, customers never feel like they are starting over or repeating information they have already provided. Standard autoresponders rely on rigid keyword triggers, often firing off irrelevant replies that frustrate users. Active context-aware processing eliminates that friction entirely. Armed with the complete conversational history, the system accurately determines the exact next action required. Contextual memory draws a sharp dividing line between cheap software tools and premium engineered operational partnerships. Knowing the next action is useless without the ability to execute it. This brings us to dynamic tool execution, where the central system reaches out to external operational hubs to fulfill the request. In this diagram, the central node sends a query pulse outward along a secure pathway connecting directly to the business's specific contact database. The system pings the database to retrieve identifying information, pulling specific data points to match the incoming customer to their historical profile. If the user needs an appointment, a second query reaches into the scheduling system. The architecture actively filters out irrelevant conflicts and blocked hours, returning only viable open slots. Finally, the system performs the autonomous action. It writes the new appointment directly onto the calendar and updates the sales pipeline in real time. Securing and connecting these exact tools require specialized strategy. An agency must custom engineer the data pathways to match the unique daily operations of the client. Bespoke engineering focuses on the autonomous resolution of complex operational tasks, moving far beyond basic auto-replies. True systemic efficiency requires this level of cross-platform integration. Pulling back, we can now view the entirety of this fully constructed routing architecture, pulsing with smooth, uninterrupted data flow. This network traces the lifecycle of a single interaction, from the initial ingestion, through the memory buffer, into dynamic tool execution, and finally to resolution. The entire sequence happens in milliseconds. Compare this flawless, closed-loop execution against the broken, leaky funnels of a traditional front desk. By handling the microtasks autonomously, the engineered system removes the friction of high volume. It effectively creates scalable, predictable operational capacity. To maintain that capacity, specialized agency management is an ongoing necessity. As the business scales, the architecture must be continually optimized and updated to handle new demands. Exponential business growth is only safe and predictable when the underlying operational capacity is engineered to outpace market demand. Returning to the physical world, the impact of that invisible architecture is tangible. We see an atmosphere of calm, premium order. The real-world results are absolute. Inbound communication is categorized instantly, and lead follow-up is relentless. Operating with a friction-free pipeline directly increases finalized bookings and ensures maximum captured revenue. While software tools provide the basic components, building and maintaining this level of operational serenity requires the expertise of a specialized automation agency. To achieve true scale, businesses do not need more human effort. They need the right engineered system working for them.
If you're finding these tutorials valuable and you're serious about integrating AI and automation into your business to save time and build scalable systems, I invite you to join our free school community. This isn't a place for hype or unrealistic promises. Instead, it's a focused environment where we continue the conversation, share practical workflows, and troubleshoot real-world AI implementation challenges together. Inside, you'll find extended discussions on the AI tools and automation strategies we cover here on the channel, exclusive mini tutorials and workflow breakdowns that go even deeper, a supportive network of fellow entrepreneurs, freelancers, and creators who are actively building with AI, opportunities to ask questions directly and get feedback on your own automation projects. It's a space dedicated to continuous learning and practical application, helping you move from understanding concepts to implementing effective AI solutions in your day-to-day operations. To join, simply click the link in the description below. I'm looking forward to connecting with you there and helping you further streamline your work and build real leverage with AI.